We're analyzing together AMD. Look at that weekly chart from 1984 till today, 2024. Look at the resistance level right here. It's in the well, it's the mother of resistance levels.
Yeah, very interesting. Let us know what do you think about it. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. What an interesting chart that we have right there. From the weekly perspective, we see the long term of this stock. This is beautiful to see, to have all this data. If you want to use this TradingView platform, you have a link in the description below with $30 discount, something like that. Affiliate link. Thank you for using that. So why do you think this happened? I mean, let's go to the daily time frame to see with more detail what I wanted to mention. And it's the last breakout that we had of that resistance area, because we see in the past it got rejected right there. But this time during March 2024 of this year, the price broke out of it. But the thing is, like, the price entered again into this kind of, we could say, lower side of the chart, but we are also near the highest part of it. So this isn't bearish at all, but of course you have to think why the breakout happened and why it got rejected to the previous prices. Maybe the market wasn't ready for that new highs again.
Yeah, actually, it looks like taken from a book, like a false breakout, the retest, and now going down dramatically. So let's take a look
Yeah,
at the fundamental.
and now the perfect rejection again, more or less, like
Exactly.
it respected it. It's
Exactly.
interesting.
Let's take a look at the net income, because maybe there is some truth behind this downtrend right now.
Wow, so very interesting. We can see right here kind
Oh,
of the trend of the price following the trend of the net income, or maybe the opposite could be also true. It depends on how you look at it, but
yeah, it's not good. Look at
it's
that.
like you can see like the minus 82% from that last earnings, so that doesn't seem good, at least from what we can see in the last earnings reported right there.
Yeah,
And the price,
the most
it got
important.
like it went down, but then it went up, maybe because we also had like this lower support level. So we have to take into account both sides, fundamental and technical, I think.
Yeah, we have to take into consideration the estimate, the EPS, very important, because the last one, the actual 123 million, we're talking about like the estimate was 0.61, and the reality was 0.62, and the next one that we are waiting for it is a little bit higher. So in that sense, it's not that optimistic, because obviously if you analyze the revenue made back in December 2023, that was 0.77. So obviously at that point it made sense, to have the stock making new highs. But right now the next quarter is not good. The last quarter it wasn't good. And if we take a look at the forecast, we can clearly see right here if it's gonna be for the long term of just a correction in the terms of net income for the next 2 quarters.
Yeah, I think this forecast is also awesome. As we mentioned in the previous video about super microcomputer and also nvda, we have 43 analysts offering 1 year price forecast. Very good average, plus 23%, more or less $190 around it. The maximum 250 and the minimum 125. Wow, very interesting. And the forecast, as Alvaro mentioned, you have the EPS forecast right there. You can see the annual and the quarterly. The annual seems like a rocket also. All these stocks are going higher and higher according to this forecast data. And in the quarterly, we also have that upside from the previous results. So maybe we see this uptrend being also reflected in the price. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, at this particular point, obviously, the second quarter that we are expecting is not gonna be good, so these two, but after that, if the uptrend continues, if the estimates that we have right here, comes to reality, obviously after they release the second earnings, it wouldn't be a bad time to buy the stock. But obviously right now the market is completely crazy. We're talking about Nasdaq making new highs every time, even though right now it's correcting a little bit. But obviously the risk is way too high. I remember this. If we take a look at the Nasdaq, Enrique, look at that. We're talking about like the numbers are crazy. It remembers. It brings me back memories to what happened back in 2000 and 2008. Like, could it happen again?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because sometimes everything seems like it's going in the right side, we could say, or the bullish side, and then it starts to crash. And that happened in the past, so that could happen in the future. So as traders, I think we have to be prepared for all the possible scenarios. And the thing is, like, how are you going to act if that happens? Because if you are only biased to one side of the chart, you could get trapped, and very badly, because we saw in the past some stocks that were making new highs, and from there made some corrections of 90%, completely crazy scenario. So we are not telling you that this is the case with this type of stocks. Maybe it isn't, but you have to be prepared for everything, in our opinion, for all the possible scenarios. And what we can see right here is that we had during 2024 this well, since the end of 2023 until March 2024, an uptrend of more than 130%. But from there, the correction also was big. We're talking about minus 37%, and that stopped right there. But that could have continued to the lower side of this support, and that could be like minus 40%. And if we see the breakout of this lower part, that could also happen. Maybe we see like minus 50%, minus 60, as we saw in the past. We have a clear example right there, 2021 until 2022 October, minus 70% more or less, so
Oof.
completely crazy. So guys, be prepared for all the possible scenarios. The opposite is also true, the opportunity could be also right there. So that's why I think like having a lot of information and not being biased is something very interesting to having to keep in mind as a trader.
Yeah, look at the current risk that we have with this stock. Obviously, if we experience a correction, look at that. We're talking about minus 44%, minus 66, minus 37, minus 53. So obviously, more than 60 is like very, very extreme. Obviously, it would be like a very signal to buy the stock if you think that the stock is going to perform well in the future, obviously. But obviously, at this particular point, we are in a little bit, and we can clearly see here from the RSI. Oh, look at the market cap. It's like, it's huge. But
Yeah.
the RSI, let's take a look at that. I think I have it right here. Yeah. So yeah, it's correcting right now. Maybe in the 4-hour chart we can see like a buy signal right now. The same as Nvidia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's like the stock is at the oversold territory, and we also see from the technical side where with the patterns that the price approaching that lower support line that we had right there. But sometimes it doesn't work as easy as it seems, and you see the breakouts happening. But you have the signal right there. If you follow the RSI strategy, let us know in the comments below, and how has it been going for you. And we can see like in the upper part of the chart and in the RSI, I'm in the 4-hour time frame. We can see this green circle right here. The price with the RSI was at the overbought territory, so that was a very good signal. Then we have another one right there, in May 2024. Yeah, this year also, the price was like in lateral, so it didn't. It wasn't like another good signal, but at least the price didn't go higher. But this is very key. The breakout that happened, the false breakout, we could say, in March of this year, you can see in the RSI a very clear overbought signal, and from there the movement to the downside of more than 40%. So, well, it was 40%. Let me draw it again. No, 30 something percent. Sorry. So, very interesting. The RSI works very good, at least from what we can see right here. So, this could be like some back testing that you can see, and maybe for the future you can use it as an indicator that could help you. So, how do you see right now advanced micro devices at the oversold territory? Opportunity or false signal? Let us know in the comments below.
See you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Trading HD. We love you.